Here are some clips from our new trail camera, just the first few days that we've had it. There's a lot of activity in our little garden and yard. We started seeing a lot of signs of something coming through the yard a lot, and it doesn't show up on our doorbell cams or our Ring cameras, so we needed to get a trail cam to see what the heck was making these trails. It was bigger than a squirrel, even though we have a lot of squirrels, so we had to figure it out. So we got a trail cam. There it is, the first night, facing that little trail in the grass, and boom, first night, got him. Got him. Little raccoon. Looking good. There he goes up the tree. That's a walnut tree. He's kind of a skinny little raccoon, but maybe that's good. It means he's not eating tons of garbage, maybe? Maybe he's a healthy size. And I put it up in another location facing the garden. We've had part of our fence blow down, and I noticed some flowers that I have in this area. It got nibbled on, and I'm still not sure who's nibbling on them. There goes a spider. And here is a little jumping spider in the corner, or maybe it's a cricket. Jump, jump. Squirrel. Kind of crazy when they're not sprinting across my yard. I can actually see their like markings. Like he's kind of spotty, you know? And something, like maybe a bird landed on the bucket that I have the camera tied to and kind of wobbled it. There goes a skunk. And there's this, I think he's an orange cat. He's a really big cat. He's been in our yard for a few years. So I filled up a water dish and put it in front of the camera. Trash panda. And immediately, first night, everyone thinks it's great. Quail, the best. They come in our yard every evening. Zoom, 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 zoom. So I'm not sure why I don't have more footage of quail, because they kind of regularly pass through our yard in the evening. Hello. This guy's busy. This is him visiting the water dish multiple times a night, hours apart. Zoom. I need to look up what this bird is, but they are pretty good hunters. We see this same bird like taking out multiple bugs. I love his little feet. Pair of those little birds. I think this is a different raccoon. I think he's darker, or she is darker and a little bigger and has a fuller tail. It's really subtle. But there's definitely, as you'll see, there's definitely more than one raccoon. See that guy? His tail? Scrawny. Scrawny tail. What are you doing? You leave my tomato plants alone? Eat bugs? None of my vegetables? Last year the raccoons ate all my... Look at him wash his hands. Last year the raccoons ate some of my pumpkins. They like drug them off the vine when they got ripe. And they'll eat my grapes. Those are grapevines back there. But generally they leave the garden pretty alone. They've just been eating some of my flowers, my marigolds, and some other flower I planted. And then we'll see what they get into when everything starts ripening up. See, this one? Thicker tail. Yeah, I think this is the second raccoon. Oh, in the magpie family. Every year, the magpies have a little clutch in our yard, and it's the best. They wake us up in the mornings, but I think they're great. What is he doing with that piece of straw? What are you doing? You fishing? Look at him. Look at these punks. Bunch of trouble right there. Yeah. Hey, bud. Gotta go around? Gotta make sure? Gotta go around? Yep, gotta make sure? Okay. Parkour! Oh, he got him. He got him. Some bug. Good hunter. Look at this. He's taking out a little grasshopper. I didn't realize these birds... I got this camera and I didn't realize these types of birds ate so many dang bugs. He's out there hunting like every day. Scrawny tail, see? Oh, look at his little feet prints. Hey, bud. Hey, get off my camera. Scrawny tail. Who knew all the animals in my yard were so dang thirsty? You washing your hands? There we go. Two of them in the same shot. So in the middle of the night this night, my husband and I get woken up at just a half hour past midnight to the strangest sound. And when you're like woken up from a dead sleep, like out of the grave, you don't know what's going on. And it was the weirdest sound. I'm going to play it in a minute. And this is a half hour before we woke up. And so we can see both the raccoons in the same footage. And they weren't very happy with each other. But they're tolerating each other. hello. Here they both are. It's like, now I'll just give you your space. So you can kind of hear two different critters, and one of them very much sounds like a raccoon. We've heard it before. He's really upset. But the other sound, the yip yip, weird, sounded like a monkey. I didn't know what that was. And then it was really, really loud. Then the neighbor's dog came out and started barking at it, and it quieted down quite a bit. And that's why this sound isn't super great, but kind of spooked us. These are some thirsty raccoons. There goes the second one back there. And so then we hear some weird noises. This is a few minutes after the weird noises. This is why we had to get a trail cam. So we know that raccoons were in our yard, but that's really hard to tell what animal that is. I think it's one of the raccoons, but it could be. And then so we come out the next morning, and I'm like, I gotta go look at the camera to see what that weird noise is. And this deer spooked me so bad. They don't normally come in our yard, but we had part of the fence blow down. And all of a sudden I walk out and there's this deer standing right in front of me. We've gotten deer in our yard before, and they've eaten some of our strawberries, but they don't seem to bother our yard too much. There's that fence that blew down. Looking good. And this is from my phone, me walking out and being like, oh, there she goes. So that's like the first 10 days of getting a trail cam in my cute little suburban garden.